Hello everyone, I'm Howler Krebs with the Pascagoula Fire Chief.
And I'm Kenny Johnson, the Chief of Police for the Pascagoula Police Department. Mayor Maxwell asked us to handle this week's edition of Moment with the Mayor, and we're happy to. We have an important message for everyone.
Even though Tropical Storm Dorian is soon to be a hurricane, as of right now it is projected to hit land in Puerto Rico first, then as Category 3 on the East Coast during the holiday. But that could change. That's why we want everyone to pay attention to the good sources like local news, NOAA, and the Weather Channel. We also want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that while we may be spared this one, the 2019 hurricane season is far from over. And some of the worst storms in history, as we all know, can happen late in the season.
Now is a good time to talk about some important precautions you can take. If you haven't looked at your emergency kit lately, take a look. Make sure you have your important documents, including the kids' birth certificates, your insurance papers, any other important papers, and store them in a waterproof box. Also, non-perishable food, water. You should have enough for this for 3 days. And trust me on this, when cell phones don't work, you'll want that portable battery-operated radio. Black penny batteries, medication, and pet supplies are other essential items that people often forget in their emergency kit. Ready.gov, which is a FEMA webpage, is a great resource for everyone.
Chief Johnson and I also want to mention a few things about public safety. If you haven't cleaned up debris on your property, like tree clippings, old lawn furniture, things that become flying saucers in a big storm, do that as soon as possible. There's no trash pickup on Monday due to Labor Day, but you can haul your lawn clippings and debris and other household trash to the dump at Seaman Road, and it's for free if you're a Jackson County resident. Check the county website for their hours. And clean out or rate your storm drains and bag that stuff. We want you to be careful, but we need everyone doing their part to keep the storm drains clean. And that means keeping those grates free of leaves and other debris. Like I said, be safe when cleaning them off, but please keep them as open as possible during the storm season.
With all those housekeeping items handled, here's some information that your first responders want you to know. Remember, you take every storm seriously. Even if we might not be impacted, you will be more prepared than the people who ignore the information because it's not headed this way. Use every storm as an opportunity to prepare and drill with your loved ones. If we call for an evacuation and you do not comply, first responders may not be able to perform rescues if conditions prevent them from doing so safely. Don't ignore an evacuation order. My job is to help keep residents safe, but I also have an obligation to the troops and the families of our first responders to keep them safe too. If a policeman or fireman or sheriff's deputy or rescue personnel give you an order during an emergency, please obey their commands.
I'd like to add that swift water and floods contribute to more fatalities and injuries during storms than any other type of danger. If you are caught out driving during a storm, avoid any flooded areas and avoid fast-moving water. Pull over to the highest ground you can find and wait it out. When we receive severe weather warnings, pay attention.
We work closely with our Office of Emergency Management here in Jackson County and will always be monitoring conditions so the public can be notified of any issues or threats. Like I said, we may not be facing any problems from soon-to-be Hurricane Dorian, but our friends in Florida will. Treat this storm and all storms like a dry run or a drill for what you would do if this was headed our way.
We'd also like to ask everyone to remember to be a good neighbor and a friend for those who may be alone or shut in or not have the resources you do to get ready for a storm. If there's someone on your street who could use a hand cleaning out their yard, offer to help them if you can. If you know of a senior who has no family here and might need a word of comfort, call or stop by. If you're cleaning out the pantry, make sure and remember the Red Cross and United Way in your donations. They look after many of us after disasters, so there's no reason we can't help them out whenever we can.
Last note, go to the Jackson County, Mississippi website and register for Civic Ready today. Just type in emergency notifications in the search bar and it will take you to the page where you can register for text messages or emails in an emergency. Also look at the public safety pages. You will find links to everything from river stages to FEMA and MEMA. Just remember, the time to prepare is before the storm heads our way.
Thank you.